Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be looking at Burton Albion and Rotherham United.
Okay.
And this is a League One matchup brought to you by the realfl.co.uk.
Right?
It's January 25th, 2025, so this is coming out right before this match happens on Saturday. And we're going to break down our predictions and give you a little bit of the why.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one. On the surface, you see Rotherham, mid-table, unbeaten in 5, Burton down at the bottom.
Right.
You might think it's a clear-cut case.
Yeah, classic, like, form favors the visitors type of situation.
Yeah.
But I'm sensing there's a little bit more to this.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's start with Rotherham. So, their form's undeniable, but what's really caught our eye is the XG.
Okay.
So expected goals basically tells us how many goals a team should be scoring based on the chances they're creating.
So not just the goals they have scored, but the potential they have to score even more.
Exactly. And Rotherham's XG is sky high right now.
Yeah.
Which suggests they're creating these high-danger chances, but they haven't quite been clinical enough in front of goal.
Oh, okay.
So if that finishing luck turns around, they could be in for a goal fest.
So even though they haven't been blowing everyone away recently, statistically, they're still a huge threat.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, now let's talk about Burton. They've had a managerial change, right?
They have, yeah. Gary Boyer came in December, and there has been a noticeable shift in their attacking output.
Okay.
So prior to Boyer coming in, they were really struggling to score. But since his arrival, they've netted in 5 out of 7 games.
That is a very significant turnaround. So is that just coincidence, or is there something more tactical at play here?
It does seem to be a deliberate shift in approach. So Boyer has implemented a more direct style of play, focusing on getting the ball forward quickly and into dangerous areas. They're not necessarily dominating possession or anything like that,
Right.
but they are making their attacks count.
So they're playing a little bit more on the counterattack, just trying to, exploit any spaces that Rotherham might leave open.
Precisely. And this kind of feeds into the both teams to score prediction as well.
Okay.
Burton might be the underdog here, but they have shown that they can find the net.
Yeah.
Especially under Boyer's new system.
Okay, so we've got Rotherham statistically potent,
Yeah.
but maybe a bit unlucky in front of goal.
Right.
And Burton has found this new attacking spark under Boyer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is shaping up to be a much closer contest than we maybe initially thought.
It is. And then you add in, individual players that could be difference makers, and it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
We've got Rumour and Burl for Burton.
Oh, yes, the Burl factor, as we like to call it.
Yeah, he's really come into his own in 2025, already bagged 3 goals.
Yeah.
He gives Burton a focal point up front.
Yeah.
Someone who can hold the ball up, bring others into play, something they were lacking previously.
Yeah, his emergence definitely adds another layer of intrigue to Burton's attack, but Rotherham has their own danger man, right?
They do, yeah, Malik Wilkes.
Okay.
He's not just on a hot streak. He's consistently been one of the most dangerous attackers in this league.
Yeah.
And his shooting stats are in the top percentiles for League One.
And what's fascinating about those shooting stats is that they reveal more than just goals scored.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what are we seeing in Wilkes' game that makes him such a threat?
I think it's his shot selection and his ability to get into high-quality scoring positions.
Right.
Do you remember that free kick he scored against Portsmouth?
Oh, yeah.
That was a stunner.
Yeah.
That's not just luck.
Right.
Wilkes consistently delivers those moments of brilliance.
Yeah.
And the shot accuracy stats back that up.
So he's the kind of player who can single-handedly turn a match around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for our listener who's thinking about, maybe placing a wager on this match, that makes Wilkes an intriguing betting prospect.
Oh, for sure. We've highlighted a Rotherham win as the solid, safer option at 89-100. But if you're feeling adventurous, Rotherham to win and both teams to score offers a potentially bigger payout at 61-20.
Okay, so that second bet hinges on Burton's ability to breach Rotherham's defense.
Yeah.
Even if they've tightened up a bit at the back recently, Rotherham is still a pretty formidable opponent.
True. But remember, Burton have shown improved scoring under their new manager. And with a player like Burl finding his stride, they might just have enough firepower to trouble even the strongest defenses.
Right.
That said, there is one more factor that could tilt the scales.
Okay.
Fatigue.
Right. We touched on that earlier. Rotherham had no midweek game, giving them more rest and preparation time.
Exactly.
Burton, on the other hand, had a match on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, that can't be easy.
It can't. And even a slight dip in energy levels can make all the difference in a tight game.
Yeah.
Especially late in the second half. It's
Yeah.
something we always consider in our analysis.
Yeah. So for our listener, we've laid out a lot of information here.
Yeah.
We've got Rotherham, statistically strong, but maybe due for a goal explosion. We've got Burton revitalized under Bowyer with some sneaky potential to cause an upset.
Yeah.
And we've got players like Burrell and Wilkes who could be those difference makers.
Right. It's all about understanding the nuances.
Yeah.
Anyone can look at the league table and say, oh, the higher team will probably win.
Right.
But we dig deeper. We look at the data,
Yeah.
the stats, the player form to uncover those hidden gems,
Right.
those trends that others might miss.
And honestly, that's what makes football betting so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just about picking a winner. It's about understanding the stories behind the teams, the tactical battles, the individual brilliance.
For sure.
It's about making informed decisions based on solid analysis.
Absolutely. We're not just throwing darts at a board here.
Right.
We're using data insights and our expertise to give you those extra layers of understanding. So you can place smarter bets whether you follow our predictions or not.
So with all that in mind,
Hey.
let's circle back to our predictions for this match.
Okay.
We've covered the Rotherham win and the Rotherham win with both teams to score.
Yeah.
But there's one more we haven't mentioned yet.
Right. Our final prediction is for those who believe in individual brilliance.
Okay.
Malik Wilkes to score anytime.
Okay.
The odds are 51-20, which is tempting considering his recent form and his knack for creating goal-scoring opportunities.
If our listeners looking for that, high-risk, high-reward wager,
Yeah.
Wilkes might just be the ticket.
Yeah.
It all comes down to, how much you're willing to bet on his ability to deliver a moment of magic.
Yeah. It's a tough call, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you play it safe with the Rotherham win or take a gamble on Burton's potential, maybe even banking on a Wilkes goal?
Yeah.
We've given you the knowledge. Now it's your turn to decide.
And that's what we love about this. We're not giving you a definitive answer.
Yeah.
We're empowering you to make your own informed choice based on the insights that we've shared.
Exactly.
But before we wrap up, I have one final thought-provoking question for our listener.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What is it?
Would you bet on that safe Rotherham win? Or would you maybe take a riskier bet for potentially higher rewards? Maybe backing both teams to score. Or even putting your faith in that Malik Wilkes magic?
It's a fascinating question, and it really all comes down to your own risk appetite and how much you buy into Burton's potential for an upset. I mean, what's fascinating here is that we've uncovered a lot more depth than just, looking at the team names and the league table.
Exactly. Anyone can see Rotherham's higher up on the table. Because we've gone beyond that.
Yeah.
We've dug into the data, the XG, the individual player stats. I mean, that's where we at therealfl.co.uk really shine.
Yeah, we love finding those hidden gems, those trends that the casual observer might miss. In this case, those clues point to Burton having a bit more fight in them than their league position might suggest.
Right? Their recent scoring under Bowyer, the emergence of Burrell. I mean, those are factors that could easily sway the game.
Yeah.
And then you have that wild card of fatigue,
Yeah.
Which could impact Rotherham, or it might not even matter.
Right. That's the beauty of football.
Exactly.
The unpredictability.
Yep.
But what we've done is equip our listener with the knowledge to make their own call.
Absolutely. We haven't given a definitive answer,
Okay.
but we've provided the insights, the potential scenarios, and the odds. Now it's up to you, the listener, to weigh the evidence and decide which way to lean Rotherham's dominance, Burton's resurgence, or maybe you're all in on that Malik Wilkes magic.
Yeah. Whatever you choose, remember to check out therealfl.co.uk for even more in-depth analysis and predictions. We're constantly updating our insights, so you'll always be ahead of the game when it comes to League One and the entire EFL. We've got you covered.
Until next time, happy betting, and may your predictions be ever in your favor.